All right, we're going to get to our first video here of making our Shut the Box game. I got all our wood here that we're going to rip down to the sizes we need. This is going to be our base piece that we're going to be ripping down. This is actually going to be a cross cut, but I'm going to do it right away. This is our dowel that's going to hold our number tiles. This piece is going to be our side pieces. And then this one in the next video will be the piece that we're going to rip down on the planer. And then this piece is going to be our number tiles. We're going to rip this to a size we need. And then in this video, we're also going to cut this down to 14 inches in length. We'll be eventually cutting those into our small tiles for the game. Okay, let's get started. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to do the base. So I'm going to put these off to the side. Our base is a 1/4 inch thick. And the piece is going to, as it says, go on the bottom. So what I'm going to do is we're going to be wanting a 9.5 by 7.5 base. So I have the table all set up at 9.5 inches. So we're going to rip the wood through. What we'll do is we'll turn on the blade, and I will make sure that the wood is flush against the fence and push it all the way through, and then grab it on the other end, and that will be us setting the rip. So let's go ahead and turn it on. Okay, make sure it's flush against the fence. So the whole time I'm going to be applying pressure this way and holding it down all the way through. That's the piece I need. And then this piece, I'll just put off to the side for someone else to cut later. Next, we're going to cut 7.5 inches. So we're going to loosen up the fence, slide it down to 7.5. There we go. Actually, I'll lie this flat. And now we'll push this through, again, keeping our flat end flush against the fence. All the way through. Okay, that's our base piece, so I can go ahead and turn that off. So this is our 9.5 inches, and I'll check it here. 9.5 by 7.5. Perfect. This is ready for the base of our wood. Next, what we're going to do is we are going to cut the edge of, or the side pieces. So I've already taken this to the joiner, so we have a nice smooth edge to it, so we know we're going to have a consistent cut. The pieces for this are going to be about 8 inches in all four sides, so we need about 32 inches. I have more than enough here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this down to 2 1/4 of an inch, so 2 1/4. And that's going to be the height of all our pieces except for one piece, which we'll cut down later. It's going to be a little shorter so that the numbers can go back and forth. So now that I got this set up, I'm going to rip this through. I have my push stick, which is going to help me to guide because you can see it's pretty close. So let's go ahead and turn this on. Put the wood through. There's the smooth edge. Keep my fingers away from the blade. Don't push too fast. And now as I'm getting closer, I'll grab the push stick and I'll guide it through, making sure it cuts all the way. And I'll grab my wood on the other end. So there's our piece that's going to be the side pieces. Put that to the side. And now I'm going to cut the length of our number pieces. So they need to be 3/4 inch thick. I grabbed a piece that's 3/4 inch thick already, so I don't have to worry about planing it down like the other one. Kind of cheated a little bit, but that's because I found the right wood I want to use. So I'm going to set this at 2.5. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and rip this one down. Flat edge right against the fence. And as I get close, I'm going to grab my push stick. I'll let that one fall on the back side so I don't have to hurt myself. So that one's all set now. And then what we're going to have to do now is we're going to go over to the other table saw where we got the miter sled set up. And I'm going to cut this down to 14 inches, and I'm going to cut our dowel to 10 inches. So step on over here. Okay, so I'm going to go off this tape measure or ruler that we have on the side here. So I want 14 inches on this piece. So I'm going to find where 14 is on here, which is here. I'm going to move this fence out of the way. should be able to get this down to 14. Perfect, right there. I'm going to go ahead and cut this one. Fingers against the wood, thumbs in the back to push through the fence. Sorry, through the sled. Bring it back. This I'll put off the side. Someone else can use that later. And then I'm going to set up for our dowel to be 10 inches, which is a little longer than what we're going to need for the board, but that will give you some room to play with as you're putting everything together. So again, I'll find the 10 inches right on there. And same thing, I'll turn the machine on, push through, and that's it. I'll sieve this off the side for the others. So now we have our number tiles, our dowel cut. We have our sides, more than enough we need, which in another video we will mark these out so you know how to cut them. And then we have our base. So if you need any help, go ahead and reach Mr. Harris or myself.